Supporting old people in Uganda is very important because we are at a time as a nation where we're trying to ensure that every family has an income. But we have a category of people who are no longer able to work for an income. They fall between the lines. This direct support of cash would be vital to really give them a livelihood.
Abaana bayinza okunyamba naye omwana bw'akula ate naye aba alowooza bibye aba takyalowooza bibyo bw'abeera mulenzi aba alowooza oli munne gw'agenda okufuna ate aba akyalowooza ku gwe omukadde. Essente za Sseegi bwe zajja omutima gwange gwatereera.
The Senior Citizens Grant targets senior citizens of 65 years and above. Every month, this senior citizen receives 24,000 Uganda shillings, and this helps this senior citizen to buy soap, to buy salt, to buy kerosene, to give a pencil to an orphan who would have otherwise not gone to school. So it is excellent.
It is reported that Uganda is experiencing economic growth steadily. This economic growth is benefiting only a few. Only a few. So it certainly is government's responsibility to be able to ensure that there is a social security mechanism provided for those who are not within the economy.
Every month, over 3,000 beneficiaries move to different pay points to receive their cash. I oversee the process where the agents pass on the money to the beneficiaries.
Naye buli lwe nzifuna kasita ennamba egira wali ne bampita naye ndaba akantu kagenze muli naye ndaba kakomyewo nga wali babala eno ne ntandika okubuguma nti nfunye ssente zange ne ntambula ne nkomawo nga ndi musanyufu era nga nina ssente.
They are able to sustain their lives because they can access the basic needs that they lacked before, and they are able to invest in different ways: education, farming, livelihood, which has changed their lives.
Older persons used to have their children and grandchildren care for them. What is happening today, that the current socio-economic arrangement has left them isolated. Whereas you can have microcredit to other categories of the people, like the youth, the older persons are counted as being credit risk. So they don't get any loan from the bank, but yet they're supposed to survive.
Oh, yeah, the panada, panning a laka. You are very young, and Kaya Chawali ban, I don't want no Rebunyaki. Panaka could be Paganyana and a cocaine, I coca catuan. Together, I am a quad. I don't know that thing. A lumen, a lot of alu. Together, I can rat and I get tired. And I boy, I need to like that. Tamara, together looking. Told the robo and about together and a boy, yeah, get a Molony could move a boy can like you and I like that. I like it out and I change him with that. I mean, when I did a limit, not the only John. I can carry like a carry, don't you buy? And I won't get down there.
HIV and AIDS has had unbelievable impact in taking the breadwinner. Over 2 million are orphans, Who is looking after them? Grandparents, grandmothers. So you see, you secure the grandmothers and grandfathers, you actually are securing not just the 2%, it's the children, the infants who are growing under their care. It is a priority.
We have free education at primary and secondary, but we have children who have dropped out of school just because they cannot afford the basics. And yet we all know that education is a long-term investment into economic development of a country. Many times we think that these poor people don't value education, they don't know what they want, but it has really shown me that they know what they want, it's only that they are handicapped.
Ano nyala mwaka tutumia chele mia bongwen piera dehu ya bor lo ba mia mot me oteno tie gena bi da hona bi no ta ko mwaka piera bongwen wi dek chende ni tia konya tie konya do yo abolo na kede do yo mogo kede chulo building fan me oteno la weli chabun atanu nge cho kalora duna to nang pien nok gire enta ngwe ha titino dang me por ti di merda ko dong tia wo ta be ari chene pot pe cha.
Before they started receiving the cash transfers, this grant, the beneficiaries, the majority of them had low self-esteem because they could not stand out. Some of them could not even support their families. That money has a lot of impact. To them, it's really something important.
Nengula embizi bwe nafuna sente ezo neŋŋamba nti kaŋŋende ngule ki embizi nga nzitereseewoko nazitereka emyezi 2 engenda nengula embizi ng'eriko wano bweti nengireeta embizi nemala emyezi egi newaka akati embizi eyo bwe yawaka nezaala abaana abo ne baba 9 ŋŋamba abaana bano 9 bonna mbalunde emmere ndi sente zino zinamala okugula emmere n'okulongoosa ebintu bino byonna kebbiri zino nzitunde 2 nenzitunda nesobola okufuna abanyamba ku biti bino byenateeka ebbali eno bwenti awo neŋŋamba zino kanziteekemu kati njagala embizi ezo zikule era bwe zinaakula obulungi bwe ziti nenzitunda nga ngulamu kapoloti nga nzimbamu akayumba kange akayumba ako nja kujjangamu ssente kubanga ŋŋenda neeyongera okukaddiwa sente ezo ziveemu nga zinnyamba n'abaana abazzukulu be n'aba ndi nabo wano awaka.
Once people have a constant income, however small it is, they are able to plan and set targets and see how they move forward. Now, I also noted that these people are people who had no income. That means they had no purchasing power. Now, the fact that they have purchasing power, it is the local traders who actually benefit because their stocks are consumed in a shorter time. These shops, they pay trading license, they pay tax. So it is also in a way improving on our tax base.
Uganda is now moving into 50 years of independence. And it is these very persons who struggled for this independence. Those who have lived beyond 50 years are the ones who were there when independence was coming. So what else can we do for them? Development is about the people. And for as long as the people are going to continue to live in chronic poverty, then our development will always have no meaning.
The rolling out of this program in the 112 districts of Uganda, I think economically it is very important that we have this funds transfer for the elderly persons. If they could have about 1% of the current budget, they would be in a position to actually cover the rolling out of this social protection in the whole country.
How I wish it reached everybody, because now it's only reaching a few districts, and if it could reach everybody, that would really be good for all our vulnerable and old people.
The quality of any society is not judged by the quality of the life of those at the center, but it's to be judged by the quality of life of those on the margins.